with Shalom. Check your.
Check.
Am I audio?
Shemai.
And tell the kids what.
We should be
Okay, Shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakwanash.
Double honors unto the apostles, double honors unto the elder bishops. Salutations to the 144,000 that are scattered around the four corners of the earth. All right, to the scattered elect that are scattered among the heathen, that look like the heathen, the Israelite foreigners, the Fulé. All right, and to the few Akwaf that are listening and learning, to you, we say Shalom. All right, and we're just going to chime in on, current events and these victim villains, these people who do such villainy and then use the media to cry foul, to cry victim when they're the ones that's doing all the crimes. I just find it amazing that, and I'm not going to, that there's a certain particular group of people who are basically in concentration camps, in a gigantic concentration camp with quite a few million people trapped in it. Constantly being mistreated. They don't get good clean water. They don't get good clean food. They don't get good air. They definitely don't get good medical attention. Their children are often beat up and maimed by the powers that be that surround them. Their women get raped. They just get mistreated and they lose their homes and their land. But somehow they're being painted as the villains when they're really the victims, right? But yet the actual villains are the people who control and own the media. Right? So there's like a video that surfaced. I know a couple brothers use it. I used it in one of my videos, but I didn't play the video. I just used stills. And there's a video of these particular set of people that wear small hats. With big nose, with gigantic noses, some of them, and
tufts of hair.
Shirley Temple Carol.
But nevertheless, they got cameras there, and you got clearly some guy's a director, and he's adjusting the kid's body on the ground, the kid's and putting his arm, and he's got the blood spatters on his body, the blood by his head, and the film crew, and the guy standing there with the fully automatic weapon. So, and I know that they weren't making a movie, so eventually that image will be used to talk about how certain children and things are being targeted, and this is the sort of thing that they do all the time, right? They've been doing this for years and upon years. Somebody get that Isaiah 29:15.
I got one real quick.
Who got Isaiah 29:15? Who got Isaiah? No, Shemai. Somebody get Isaiah 29. Y'all stop doing that shit for real.
29 and 19.
29:15. So
I got it.
I got it. This is Isaiah 29:15. It says, "Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord, and their works are hid in the dark, and they say, who seeth us?"
Right. So these people try to hide their works, but the whole world is onto them because what I just described, and I didn't say any names, any particular, race or any of that or religion, but it's pretty, if you're actually listening, it's pretty easy to figure out what I'm talking about. And there's evidences of what I said all over the internet. All over the internet. Almost on every platform that there is.
Yeah.
Bring out your scripture, brother.
The Harvard motherfuckers is talking about
that's right.
I don't forget the percentage, but it's a nice percentage of them that's saying that the Israelis are responsible for the shit. They're blaming them, not the Palestinians.
So in Harvard.
Yeah.
So you got American Harvard students
Supposed to be cream of the crop.
Are pointing fingers at the Israelis who would never do anything like that.
That's not them. That's not them.
And they're all former military people who've been in the military of Israel. The one that said a stork, a bird, can't even come fly over there without them alerting the system and them sending motherfuckers to check out over a bird.
Well, yeah, that is indeed true. They got the Iron Dome. The Iron Dome, everybody, niggas in the hood know about the fucking Iron Dome. All right, but the Harvard is saying basically the making of a terrorist thing. You can't do something to somebody and then expect them not to react.
Just joking.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Right.
God.
Throw stones, hide your hand.
Right.
Then they retaliate. Why are you hitting me, man?
Well, that's what if someone can find a couple of different videos on with Professor Finkelstein, talking about the matter. Professor Finkelstein speaks heavily against, and he's all for freeing Palestine, et cetera, et cetera. He speaks heavily against Zionism. If someone can pull up some of his stuff, but he's referring to Palestine as a concentration camp, and even if those things were, you can bring that out. And even if those things were true, the things that's being said on the mainstream media, the controlled narrative of the mainstream media, let's just say, call it for what it is. It's a complete and total control narrative. They want you to, believe whatever they say, it is. And we know that more often than not, that whatever the media is telling you, the truth is far from it. It's usually in the other direction. But you had a scripture, brother. You bring out the scripture.
Yeah, this is Psalms 50 and 19. It says, "Thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit." Yeah, because Esau always says something okie doke with his plans, and he already controls the media. Rockefeller had I forget what was it, John D. Rockefeller?
Yeah, JD.
Yeah, he ended up buying the media because everybody knew that this man controlled all the resources, but he wasn't well liked. But they had to do business with him. So now,
same way he bought up the medical when he put all that money into the medical administration. He had a voice in what they put into their books. Into their medical. They changed the
medical journal.
The medical journals and instruction because of him. So that the petroleum-based medicines can be. And then 10 years after that, because they will get rid of all the holistic doctors.
Yeah.
This is all history. This is all history that you can look up. Sure. All this history can be, everything that I'm saying right now can be looked up for yourself. And videos, with information detailed on the subject matter what we're speaking about.
And they search out.
Just thinking about what you said, Salakia. But not only that, what you were saying, I'm gonna give it back to you. But he did the same thing with the medical. And what happened was, when they started using all this petroleum-based medicines, 10 years later, all the people started popping up with cancer. Did he give a fuck?
No.
Actually, he didn't. So that's when he, and then that's when he bought the media. Because that's what made him buy off the media. Because first he controlled the medical side. And then when all this stuff started coming out, it's just like I got a book at home that's written by a Jewish guy talking about Jewish gangsters during the time of Al Capone.
Right.
And how they wrote in there that they contacted the media and said, you're not going to say Jewish gangster anymore. You just say gangster. So you don't associate them with that. You only associated Al Capone. But Al Capone, and which is sometimes, I think that, I actually believe that Al Capone might be one of those small hatters. But nevertheless, he possibly could. But I tell you this, some of his lieutenants and his lawyers were small hatters. That's fact because that's what that whole book was about. So they've been controlling media for a long time. So once again, 1930s, 1940s, it was like, no, cut up. We don't want to see that in the papers anymore. We don't want to say Jewish gangster. You just say gangsters.
Yeah. And also, after all those people started catching cancer, he started that basically the cancer, some kind of cancer society.
Cancer society.
Yeah.
And he put money into that.
Yeah.
So it made he started all the. We're talking about people who make themselves look like the good guy, and what's really happening is they're capitalizing. So are they really helping victims, or are they just being the villain?
They're making money.
They're making money.
So which is making Well, go ahead, brother. Finish this.
Verse 20, it says, "Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother. Thou slanderest thine own mother's son." Right? Because Jacob's always the fall guy at the end of these things, right? That's Esau, when he's doing something, then everybody's shining a light, and that's what's coming out right now. They see that you're starting these wars, and even bullshit in your own community. You're funding wars, and you're not funding the American society, which I mean is doomed to be destroyed anyway. But these people they're complaining about that. They're starting to realize that this man is the pure fucking devil.
But this is his MO. Like I said, what did they do in the fucking Boston Tea Party? Dressed up like who? And did what? You see what I'm saying? They dressed up like the natives, which we know is the fucking Northern Kingdom to begin with, and tried to put the blame on them.
Yeah, that's why scriptures call him the accuser of our brethren. If you look at the Anti-Defamation League, how it started out by a ish person raping and murdering a white girl and trying to blame it on the on his slave, basically, man. Try to blame it on Jake.
That's right. No, Rala said it. The Green Mile. That's a perfect example of that.
I got a quick scripture, if I may. This is Proverbs 26 and 28. A lying tongue hateth those that are afflicted by it, and a flattering mouth worketh ruin.
That's right.
You know.
That's right.
I got one for you. Oh, you had go ahead and speak on it.
Oh yeah. So yeah, here it is. Yeah, you're the victim. I'm oppressing you. All right, but don't speak on it. You know, you're victimized for pointing out the fact that I'm devouring and I'm slaughtering you. All right. And all you Jakes, man, all these niggas, man, you coon ass niggas that's getting on TV advocating for these people. These are the same people that bought all the slave ships that brought your ass here, nigga. Okay, they're the same people who are built, like the brother said, built the projects. They paid for those slave ships. A lot of them manned those slave ships. Those slave auctions was closed on ish holidays. So they the ones who bought and sold you. They the ones that orchestrate the whole shit. Here you are, sitting here advocating for these motherfuckers, and you still in the ghetto, man. All right, what you think the Lord gonna do to you, nigga? You.
And they stole your identity. The worst
Absolutely, that's the fucked up part.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's why scripts say he that help it, you should fall together, man. You helping this devil with his fucking agenda, man.
Hey, Jesus joined that too. Should be ran through.
Yeah.
This is Ecclesiasticus or Sirach chapter 12, verse 16. It says, "An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. If adversity come upon thee, who be the first one? Thou shalt find him there first."
Ooh.
But he calls the adversity. God damn it.
He's
chaos.
Yeah, he started the fire.
Yes, he engineered.
And now he's showing up at your front door to run in as the hero.
Exactly.
That's a true nigga. That's a true nigga right there, man.
That's a nigga.
That's a true nigger.
Man,
Yes.
that set it in the back.
Exactly.
A true nigger.
That's it. That's it. So it says, if adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first. And though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee. And that's the whole point of it all.
Yeah.
To undermine us, the Israelites, to undermine the Most High God, even. You know, it says
the whole section is to sit because before you can sit in your place.
exactly.
He gotta take you out.
Undermine you,
Right.
Take you out. That's right.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's why he continues to keep you docile with these carnal mindsets so he can continue to rule over you. Because if we come back to our mindset that Yahweh Shai gave us, which is Yahweh Shai, which is righteousness, which is life, well, then that catapults us above all nations. And so, of course, they do not want us.
Real quick, brother. Your brother Gabar Yahweh calling in from Hawaii. He wants to make a point.
Yes, sir.
So here we go.
Get him on the
Hold
horn.
on. Let me get you on the speaker, brother. Shalom, brother. Let me hold on. Just waiting for this. There we go. All right, you good, brother? Wow.
Palestine, what they're doing in Palestine. And they played the victim. They came in, everybody was all good. They spread themselves out. And then whenever they were attacked,
No,
No, you good.
No, it's a spirit, brother. It's all good, brother.
And so may the Lord continue to bless and guide you, all you brothers, and give you a double portion of the Spirit. Shalom.
Shalom. Shalom.
Yeah, and the brother was on point. He was absolutely right, man. And the prophecy said that this the least of the flock has somebody grab that. The least of the flock has to draw them out, and they say that's what's happening because and now there's story going around talking about this is certain groups of people. This is their 911. Well, guess what? 911 was set up by the same people.
Come on, brother.
Right?
Yeah.
So this is what do you mean? This is your version on your own people this time? Well, I mean, if you're gonna say it right, man. All right. So just look up the dancing JOOs. You know, when Building 7 went down, which nobody likes to talk about. You know, the third building that never,
Nothing happened.
It never got hit, and it just went down too. You know?
That's right.
I got that Jeremiah 49:20.
Time, bring it out, brother.
It says, therefore, hear the counsel of the Lord, that he hath taken against Edom and his purposes, that he hath purposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitations desolate with them. And then Jeremiah 50:45 saying the same thing. Therefore he hear the counsel of the Lord, that he hath taken against Babylon and his purposes, that he hath purposed against the land of the Chaldeans. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them.
That's right. Hey, and they see the least of the flock. So the Lord's going to use so right now, people didn't see this coming. They didn't see that Esau, Edom to go ahead on and I don't know. I mean, it doesn't make no sense, but let's abandon the cameras. Let's abandon our little border section from ABZ to XYZ.
Yeah.
They had these motherfuckers coming in parachute. And one of the videos I seen is like, and they show with them a parachute with a whole bunch of people flying in, and you telling me all these motherfuckers?
It was Red Dawn.
Come on, Marines.
That's it. Like the White House.
You know, it was Red Dawn, man.
I see that shit looking real though.
Yeah, just like how they
Yeah, but like the girl explained, it was unrealistic.
God, no doubt.
Because of the technology, and then you actually had bulldozers that rolled up and bust down fences and all that other stuff.
I mean, and a bulldoze's not the fastest
And
vehicle.
it's like, wait, you got a people that's been trapped for more than 2 decades that can't move. All of a sudden, get out in hundreds at a time.
On the Sabbath. On a Sabbath.
With parachute. Who the fuck put them in the air?
Exactly.
All right. And with tanks, man, this shit makes absolutely no sense.
It makes just as much.
It's almost comical.
It makes just as much sense as
Exactly.
As what happened in the White House. When all the people ain't them the 2 most fortified places on earth? The border of Israel and the White House. We had all the people that was flooding the White House. Somebody ended up getting shot in the hallway.
You're talking about Capitol Hill.
It was Capitol Hill.
That's Capitol Hill.
But it's the same thing though, because you got to get all these videos of them saying where you the military there saying, "Hey, right here," and you got the video where you see them saying, "Come right here." You know what I'm saying? But then on the narrative that's put on the TV is, they stormed the building, they took it down, and they came in and did all this atrocious shit. But then you got a video showing them like, hey, the way you can come right here, come right there, this is the way right over here.
Hey, they just showed
It's like they were getting a tour.
They just had
a tour.
They just had a video where the guy was standing there and he with the red hat on, talking about make America great, telling them, y'all standing here and they going into the house like this. What the hell y'all on? And when they turned the camera around, it was the security force.
Well, you know what? It's just like when you talk about all the different news broadcasts that talked about Building 7. All those things just disappeared for years until people. I guess some people recorded them and kept them and started re-uploading them. But all the interviews where you heard, you know, about Building 7, and you know, and it's like we thought it was over, and all of a sudden, boom, 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 and
Right,
and this building
right.
came straight down in this footprint too.
Right.
It's like, well, damn,
Floor by floor.
you know, and so and then all the different interviews with the different, you know, police officers and firemen
It was an explosion.
that was there, and even just some of the citizens.
You,
Yeah.
you
You know,
know,
it's like we was, you know, drinking coffee and eating donuts, and all of a sudden we heard boom, boom, boom,
Boom, boom, boom,
Right.
boom, boom.
you know, and everybody was given the same. And then there was one video from, you know, one of the, you know how you got cameras everywhere, a residence, you know, it was just one, their camera from their front door
right,
had a view of the building, and it showed it come,
straight
and,
down.
you know, and it didn't show anything fly into it. It just showed it come straight down. So with CGI and all that shit, because people like, yeah, we saw a plane, but did you really see it? Because you notice for a long time, they stopped showing the plane hit the building.
They couldn't.
They stopped showing it.
They couldn't.
And when and that footage is gone too. I remember seeing that video because you clearly saw it.
I watched it live.
Somebody's whatchamacallit, somebody's security camera on their
Caught
building
it, right?
at their doorway, and it picked up, and it just came straight down. You didn't see anything fly into it and hit it. You just saw it come straight down.
You also had
I'm-
a lot of people who do the video shit. They can actually prove that that plane wasn't really there. They go into the shit.
But
No.
you know, but you get called a
conspiracy.
conspiracy and all this
Right.
other mess and all kind. You know what? They just like when it comes to a certain event that took place during World War II that we won't mention,
Right.
where you know certain things that happened was really bad to people, but you know,
They knew it.
but the problem is the problem is with certain events that took
Controls
place
the narrative.
during that time is a complete controlled narrative, and a lot of it finally is uploaded as complete. And the problem with that situation is that the math didn't add up. All right, because there was a census about a particular group of people and how many of them
Was
that
actually
was around that. It was just a whole lot of things, man. You know,
Discrepancies.
a lot of discrepancies, right? When it comes to bodies and burning and you know and stuff, we won't talk
Go
about
into
name
it.
any event.
Right.
You know, we're just just putting it out there.
It's like,
All right, because that's like super sensitive right there. So
Yeah.
you can't really see, you
Even
start
when you do that,
anything that goes against
The
the
narrative.
narrative that's pushed.
I thought we had free speech.
Right? So fuck your proof. You
Right.
know, don't be coming in here with all this evidence and shit. Don't come in this court with evidence. How dare you come in this court with evidence?
You know, it's funny you
got right. That's hateful. They come with all that evidence.
it's funny you
We
mentioned
want to
it.
see conjecture and hearsay.
Hearsay.
That's what we work with.
Right, theory.
It's funny that you mentioned it that way because, like I said, I remember where I was at. I remember what I was doing, and I saw that. And being ex-military the way I was, I saw this thing, and it's like that don't come all the way through the building. That couldn't come all the way through the building.
No, it wouldn't come through them steel girders.
Yeah, it couldn't do that. That's
And come out the other side.
yeah, that's the Edomite's physics impossible.
Yeah,
It's
you
built
know
with
how
a
Tupac?
go ahead.
The plane was completely destroyed, right?
Hey, you never found any engines.
You-
If it did that, shouldn't the engines been
So
somewhere?
so many people broke it down, man. Not only that, everything disintegrated. You had a couple thousand tons, if not million tons of steel file cabinets. Where were
all
they?
that. All of
It
it.
should have been file cabinets 5 stories high for about a 5-block radius.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
People should have been getting crushed and killed and hit by flying file cabinets.
And that goes not only for the
There's
buildings.
no way that could have happened the way that they.
The way they
Right. You gotta think.
Not only for
Can
the,
you imagine
for the towers.
a sea of file cabinets
That's right.
full of paper and shit, heavy as they are,
That's
all
right.
of them about 400 or 500 pounds apiece. You know,
projected out
thousands and
everywhere.
thousands of them coming down at once.
Mhm.
Come on, man. From a 100-story building.
And then you got people reporting on the Pentagon, which happened at the same time, and they had the same thing. They said we had no fuel, we had no evidence of the plane, no this or
All the
that.
poles were still standing. It's like I'm looking through all the camera stands. If you threw something through straight at pops with a wingspan, it would take out all the camera stands.
Everything's about right.
So the direction And that was the most simplest thing for me to understand.
And then,
When the guy showed that all the light poles and all the telephone poles are still there, in the direct path where this thing with these gigantic wings supposedly flew through. I'm like, well, damn, why are these light poles still standing? It was right where the hole is. All these damn light poles and telephone poles are still standing. The ones that were in the vicinity.
That shit should have been breaking
They all
off.
should have been bent
Breaking off
over,
and
broke.
took them to
They
the
were
back.
all still standing. So I was like, man, this is some bullshit.
hey,
So
we show you how they really think of you. They feel like y'all dumb as hell.
Well, clearly they are.
clearly the average American is dumb as fuck.
Absolutely, they
Right?
bought
And
it.
I say that with malicious intent because it's fucking true. The average Westerner is really, really stupid. Just like I know some people who went and took, a boost thing. Right. And they've been just as lately, and they all sick and fucked up over.
Yeah.
All right. Stabby wabby.
And it reminded me of, you sit down with the kids and you watch these shows. I mentioned this movie a lot, The Incredibles. And really, that's what it was about. It was the first Incredibles that came out. It was the villain. He didn't like something that Mr. Incredible did. So he grew up and made a whole empire.
Yeah.
And he made a whole empire and made technology.
To
But
get
he
at it.
created the problem. And then he would use his technology and come in like he was the good guy. But at the
Damn, that sound familiar as fuck.
like a motherfucker. The whole time, his whole target was Mr. Incredible. So
And
then
he was killing all the supers on the way to doing it.
he was fucking them up. So
He figured out their weaknesses and how to defeat them.
So when he got close to Mr. Incredible, and he was actually trying to, hey, yeah, I'm with you. My whole life, I want to be like you and this and that. But really, the whole time he was trying to kill him. He was trying to take him out, take his place. And what's really
Perpetual hatred,
that's
baby.
what Esau Edom doing.
Perpetual hatred.
And then they put in these shows. They put in these shows. They put in these TVs, and it's like Scooby Doo. I would have got away with it if it wasn't for you meddling kids, but it's really going to the prophets, exposing you. Every little trick that you have, you put up this bullshit. You say it's this, and you put this mysticism to it. But then the prophets come out and tell you what it really is. We would have got away with it if it wasn't for you meddling kids.
Right, and it always comes back to the prophets. And then that spirit of investigation that the Israelites have, and when it comes to history, declaring who the races are, who the nations are, that same spirit is upon the earth. So the thing now is that when Esau does something now, within hours, that shit is being debunked and being questioned. He got something and then bring out what you got, bro.
This Micah 2, because what y'all saying goes to what
Somebody get that Sirach.
This Micah 2 and 1.
Not that enemy.
Woe to them that devise iniquity and work of evil upon their bed. When the morning is light, they practice it because it's in the power of their hand, like the brother was just saying. They set up these false flags, come in, act like they the hero when they the ones who destroying every damn thing. They literally ruining their own economy to make it so they can start their NWO, which is going to fail anyway. Because
Destroy their own people at the same time.
Exactly, and they just being cruel. And they the ones who stole every damn thing, which is going to prove in the next verse. And they cover field and take them by violence in houses and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage. They did this to the whole world. Mainly us, because he touched the apple of the Lord's eye, but he doing it to even these other people in
and his own people.
His own people.
That's the sad thing because they aimed a lot of those, when it comes to all the poisons and and the messed up food. And we know that they've orchestrated and they've chemically aimed it, tried to aim it at Jake, but it's affecting and destroying other people as well, man. Right,
fucking them up worse.
And it's
because they ain't strong like us.
They're already right. They're already not as fertile and as strong, and so all right. So
crazy.
This man truly is the devil. Somebody got the scripture called for?
Yep, this is Sirach 12 and 10. Never trust thine enemy.
He said sometimes.
Never trust thine enemy.
When the situation looks good.
Never trust thine enemy.
Occasionally.
Never trust thine enemy.
See, that you have to take it like that because if you listen to the narrative of Esau Edom and the narratives of Jake and the narratives of the world, they always want to be placating to, well, maybe this and maybe that. No, hear him out. No, motherfucker.
never. It means never. Trust means don't put your fidelity in. Your enemy, whoever's been against you and your people, ever. That the Most High did not mince his words, man. Go ahead, brother.
That's what they say. My enemy is my enemy is my friend.
That's Esau Edom.
That's
That's
Edom
stupid
bullshit.
as fuck.
Yeah. Keep my enemy, keep my friends
Close,
close.
and my
Keep
enemy's
the
closer.
motherfucker who's been killing my people close to me. Let me hold on.
I'ma keep 'em
That's
close.
dumb as fuck.
Oh, he
Hey.
gonna pop me in the
Hey,
head.
but when you read down, when you read down, it says, "Who appeared a charmer bitten by a serpent." That's what you get, you dumb nigga.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep. Sirach 12:10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness.
Right.
Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away.
He's still
Like,
fucked up.
You know, you wiped it and all of a sudden you can see. It's like the day, I still remember the day and the night that I realized I needed glasses. All right?
Wow.
I remember the night I was up in Sluggers. All right? We used to have these little cue cards.
That's right.
Real talk. We used to have the little cue cards. We sitting at the bar drinking. And when the broad, walk in, everybody raised their little card. It was just amongst us.
Right.
And I think I picked up a broad walk in and I picked up a 7. And everybody looked at me. And I was like, fuck, she all right. And I, drank. And then my boy set his glasses on
the table.
On the bar.
Right.
And they were complaining about the beer menu, how it needs to be redone. I was, man, you're blind ass, you can't see nothing. And I looked through his glasses at the menu and everything got clear. I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, damn. I'm seeing everything. I looked and signs that I thought was just too far to see.
Yeah.
I could read them. I was like, damn. Then I turned around and looked at the bra.
Oh, shit.
I was at the doctor the next day. And I've been wearing these ever since. Right? So the thing is, we can see now. The Lord, the Lord can woke us up, man. Damn.
Can I back you up?
I was like, damn, can I read me 3?
Wow.
I didn't know you could be good at 7,000. My bad.
Yeah, I was just in Sluggers last night, man.
This verse 12. Set him not by thee, lest when he had overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit down.
And guess who's in our place right now? Who's in our places all over you got Esau Edom,
small
you got
hats.
the fucking small hats, you got everybody. Matter of fact, you got Ethiopians now standing in our place. You got other heathens standing in our place. All right? And they did that because we opened once you don't follow Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shah, Bashem, Kakadash, and his game plan, everything that he says is going to happen, happens. And that means your enemy's going to stand up in your place. He says, never trust these motherfuckers. And now you got Phoenician Jews. You got Jewishes. You got all these other motherfuckers claiming our identity and our heritage and our culture. Fuck
Why Jake don't even want no parts of it.
Right.
The whole time.
No, we gotta love everyone.
Right.
Because we follow the rest of their narrative.
anyway, so
Oh yeah, they don't have no parts
we
in
looking
it.
forward to them getting what they gonna get to.
Hey, no, it's not all Israel's are Israel's. You are scripture say what man think is so he is. So you'll know people until the Lord. That's why the Lord gonna kill you.
And that's what Charles White said. What he said, I'm a nigga from a seed of a nigga. Well, so be it, man.
Yeah, he right.
Yeah, nigga.
But you got more of that?
Yep, it says, neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat, and thou at the last remember my words and be pricked therewith.
Yeah, you gonna think about that. That's the Lord. That's how you know the Lord is a Jake. Because Murph loves to say, look, man, you gonna think about that shit I told you one day. You know, that's the Lord. You gonna think, you see that shit. You gonna think about it. That's serious. Because even when you go into and he was a damn Edomite, when you go into the story of Haman and Mordecai, he really wanted the king seat and he wanted to take out Jake. That was the whole plot of the story. Get rid of the Israelites and sit in the seat of the man who was already king, but I'm gonna sit here under his wing and undermine him the whole fucking time. That's the spirit of that's
the
spirit. Man don't change, man. Times and laws change, but these devils don't change. And that's what the spirit of men in general don't change, let alone the spirit of Jake, the spirit of Esau. That's why I tell Jake all the time. I said, you know why you never heard about serial rapists and serial killers and during the time of the prohibition, lynching, and the hardcore slavery, but right after, because Esau had us to just unleash all his fantasies on. Now, exactly. Now the laws have changed, so now it's a word for it. It's serial killing. Now it's a serial grave.
They were doing that to us the whole time.
That's what I'm saying. So the times and the laws changed, but the fear of the people never changed. And that's the spirit of Esau. He wanted to destroy Israel and undermine the whole world. That's why and the Elder Malcolm always bring it out. And I call it the Jehovah's Witness fucking pamphlet. Esau wanted everybody to join together, but he definitely got to be on top. That's his he's a damn demon, man.
Yeah.
I got a quick.
You want to got some more.
Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent?
So we don't pity none of you motherfuckers, man. And we pray for your demise.
That's it.
You know what Samuel Jackson said? And we hope you burn in hell.
Jake wasn't mourning over Steve.
No.
Right? Jake knew that this nigga was gonna die.
That's right.
They was actually waiting for it. Damn, is this the day? Damn, that nigga made it again. Jake knew that dude was gonna eventually die. It's just, it was just ironic that he died in such the weakest way. He thought it would actually be finally that one crocodile that was gangster.
Oh, Steve Irwin.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, that nigga Steve Harvey died.
So just him. He said, who's gonna pity him that was bitten by a serpent?
Oh, he definitely did.
So the thing is that we knew this guy was going to die, man. All right. And so you can only play with death for so long. And there's a lot of horror stories about people being eaten by saltwater crocodiles in Australia. There ain't no place to fuck around, man. You just like going to Florida, man. Hey, they got alligators as longer than this damn room, man. They got 15 foot, 16, damn near 20 foot. These motherfuckers is huge.
That's right.
And them damn and crocs too, man. Big as hell, man. 1,000+ pounds, 2,000 pounds. So what makes you think it's okay to just go play in some you don't care if it's a knee deep, some shallow murky water. Oh, murky water. Let's go. That
motherfucker leg this big. That's all he needs.
Right. Let's go cool off in the water, brother.
Fuck with an apex predator.
Was flipping them alligators.
Oh shit.
Fuck with an apex predator.
Hey, that's a fool though. You know what I'm saying? I got a quick scripture, one of my faves here in Psalms 92 and 6. It says, "A brutish man knoweth not, neither doth a fool understand this. When the wicked spring as the grass, and when all of the workers of iniquity do flourish, it is that they shall be destroyed forever." You see, because the wicked only got a time. It says how that the joy of the hypocrite is but for a moment.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And once they reach, that moment,
that height,
once they fulfill the lot that has been given to them, then that's it.
How long is the
That John Legend.
It just passed. It just passed.
That moment was that's how fast. So
especially when you comparing it to eternity.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that was a moment for Steve Irwin, man, when that motherfucker Steve Ray stung his head. Because that nigga was flipping them alligators, man. Hey, you go into the history of ancient Egypt, man, they was fucking them alligators, man. They was flipping them, man. This is Egypt all over again, man. That nigga was mad freaky with them alligators, man. But then his time came, man. Or what the scripture says? It says, "The evil is snared in evil time."
That's how they train.
It says, "As the fish is caught in the net, so is the wicked snared in the evil time." So when it follows suddenly upon him.
That's it. So the Lord finally jigsawed his ass.
Yeah, caught him with something he wasn't expecting.
It's time to play the game.
I got a precept before I may.
Go ahead. That brother been holding the precept, brother.
Oh, Matthias?
Yeah. You finished with that one?
No, I ain't never read it. I never got to read it.
Okay, well go ahead, brother. Then let's read it out.
This is Proverbs. Right. This is back up what you were saying about Esau being revealed right now. This is
and that's what's happening.
Yeah.
It really is being revealed. Go ahead, brother.
This is Proverbs 25:2. It is the glory of Yahweh to conceal a thing, but the honor of kings is to search out a matter. So, hey, man, the Lord's raising up those kings to search your ass out in these last days, man, and reveal who you are, your MO, and everything about you.
Perfect.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Like the brother was, because the brother brought out the analogy about the Scooby-Doo character, basically unmasking the villain, man. Right now, you being unmasked, man. All right,
The
the whole earth
Damn
is sinking.
Israelites. Nah.
They got away with it.
Damn Israelites. But like I said, and then that spirit of that spirit of revealing Esau, that movement came into the world through the men of the Lord.
Because
Nobody was doing that before us, and now he's been almost every women are going into history. Guys are going into history. Edomites are going into history,
going to the blue
exposing themselves.
Christians.
I going to the blue line. Nobody was going to the blue line.
Right?
13 tribe all of a sudden.
Hey,
You know?
that's why the Bible, even going into what the Elder Malcolm was explaining with the case he was dealing with, you know, how he shut them down. Look, the Lord said that he would give you wisdom in the mouth, which they will not be able to gainsay nor resist.
God.
The Lord
Yeah,
did.
yeah,
Look, they've been confounded.
Two attorney generals was quiet before a guy who has no degree in law.
Damn, you stumped their college education.
Shut them the fuck down.
It's the spirit of the Lord.
So it was the spirit of the Lord.
Absolutely.
They couldn't say anything. They couldn't say object. They just were quiet. Right?
And that's their MO.
Because I actually learned that craft and I actually did it better than them. And it didn't take me $100,000 to do it either.
Okay.
All right.
Your Honor, who taught him how to read?
You know.
Yeah, he's supposed to be killed. He learned how to read the Bible.
Go ahead, bring out your scripture.
But yeah, I was gonna beg Murpha because what he said, man, these devils, man, they try to want to heap everybody into them and to basically, you know, take over everything. This is Habakkuk 2:5.
Yep.
Ye also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man. Neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as deaf and cannot be satisfied. But gathered unto him all nations, and heap to him all people. This is it. This always been his MO. They're trying to get everybody. He want to be the top on everything. Why you got everybody like all my minions? Look, man, y'all gonna serve under me, and that's it. You ain't gonna be able to do nothing about it.
It goes down to 4. Is it 14 or 16 when it says that basically he's going to be exposed? It says shameful spewing shall be
Upon that glory.
Is it 16 or 14?
It's 16.
God, bring out 16 for the elder because basically that's what the elder's going into. Go ahead, read it for me.
Yeah, this is Habakkuk 2:16. Thou art full with shame for glory. Drink thou also and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Lord Yahweh right hand shall be turned unto thee, which is Yahweh Shai about to destroy the
Yeah,
ass.
see his little meat was revealed. His little red ass mangy meat, man. He got exposed.
Yep.
That's it.
Right?
What she
Now
said?
the door flew open.
Yeah.
Right?
Cheeks red as hell.
That's it. She said, I don't want no shout.
He got right.
He had that baby elephant trunk skeezer. No, he
Right.
wasn't
And
circumcised.
he's mad because, like I said, their last great trip, which wasn't great, was the whole 9, uno. That whole thing. You know, that was their last great trip, and it wasn't great at all. So now everything that they do immediately
Gets popped.
gets questioned, gets popped off, man.
Mhm.
All right, because and then they have to make laws to protect their lives.
Yeah.
So instead of dealing with the evidence and the information you bring forth, they just put laws in place to criminalize you for even for questioning.
Exactly.
So what do you mean we can't question? You just say something that don't make sense, that don't add up scientifically. Or the math don't add up. We're just supposed to, sit there.
Yes.
Nobody says
Yes.
anything. Exactly.
Yes.
That's what he wants.
That's the wine that he brought out in
That's
Habakkuk, the
You know?
2 and 5. That's the wine.
So that's that's where we are, man.
Mm-hmm.
They truly are being exposed, man.
Using his agenda. Yeah.
That's what he wants, man. Ones who can't think for themselves, listen to everything he says.
Drunk on their doctrine.
That's what he wants around. Those who speak up and speak up on his bullshit, he won't get rid of them.
Right. It doesn't benefit the Western governments at all to have well-informed citizens.
Yep.
They don't want and I'll give you an example. In Libya, before they destroyed Libya, they made it a desert ghetto, right? The word on the street is that Libya was one of the best places to live in the world.
Absolutely.
Right? Yeah, you got free college education, you got free medical. And those two things alone.
Would give you
You had
a
clean water and clean food.
Got married, they
You
gave
know?
you a house.
Yeah, if you got married, they gave you a house, they gave you a car, they even gave you money to actually help build your family. So and they were actually dealing with the currency that was gold based.
That shit sound like a Murphtopia.
So and you talking about a land where it was okay for you to have multiple wives on top of that. So you know,
Murphtopia.
You know, so but what did they do? They demonized the leader of Gaddafi,
Right.
and then they've destroyed Libya, man.
That's it.
And if you ever look at the pictures before and after,
It's
it's like a third world country.
Matter of fact, if you got to know, you can pull it up and you can bring up that video too.
They did that with Liberia too. Jake. Liberia used to be a fucking.
But that was the thing. Like you said, you could like you said, not just that. If you had a medical condition or whatever the case might be, and if they couldn't deal with it there, they would pay for it abroad for you to go to whatever country that had the best technology and pay for it.
That's
country. Yeah, more than
That was the country where the leaders actually cared for
about their people.
Right? They weren't overtaxing them and and doing all the bull
free Medicare,
shit that's being
free Medicare.
Right, or people watch their loved ones die and get sick because their insurance don't cover that and all this other mess.
Right.
Well, you got this type of insurance. We don't accept this type of insurance.
For this disease.
You need a liver, even though we put the chemicals in your food to destroy your liver.
Exactly.
But we're not going to cover
or the medicines that we've been injecting
giving
to
you
destroyed your kidney and your liver, and now you need one, but you got on the list.
That's like ibuprofen. That shit.
That's wicked.
Absolutely.
That shit destroys
ibuprofen, I think liver and
livers and kidneys.
I'm trying and aspirin your kidneys.
Yeah.
So
and this shit's so wicked, right? They the way I did.
And a doctor told me that. All right, one of my students who's a doctor is the one that told me ibuprofen messes up your liver. Okay. And the other one messes up the liver, and the other one messes up the kidneys.
Yeah, because I lost a kidney, and they tried to put me on like pain management, and this, that, and other. And I'm like, now I only got one kidney, so and that changes the whole complexion of their conversation. Cause like I said, you can only take so much ibuprofen in the course of a particular. And this, that, and other.
Crazy is even with the medicine, right? So let's say you may only need 200 milligrams of ibuprofen to
they give you 500-600,
but they give you 5 because your liver actually is trying to keep it out your body. So your liver is filtering it, but everything that it can't get through,
that's it.
They overdose you basically. So they take into account that the liver is
going to filter all that shit, and that's what destroys the liver.
Extra right? That's what destroys your liver because your liver is pulling the extra milligrams, trying to keep the poison out of your fucking body, and that's how
it takes it on.
Yeah, and
the shield gets weak.
And they found this out because they found out that grapefruit shut your liver off, turn it off for a minute.
Okay.
So it allowed people with dialysis, people with high blood pressure, the medicine was killing them. Insulin. It was killing them.
Right. The insulin,
and they found out that everybody was taking the grapefruits, it basically shut their liver off for a certain amount of time. And all of these nutrients got absorbed in their bloodstream. All the medicine got in there and it wasn't supposed to be in there. And that's how I figured it out watching some other shit. You know, so
No.
He saw a demon. So
he's a mad scientist.
But they tell you that in their things. What they tell you, if you take this for that, then the side effects can be this and this.
Then they have some woman with a pleasant voice come on, and trying to make it sound
okay.
Good. Hey, how you gonna make death, pain, and diarrhea sound good? You can't do that, man.
Then they said all
you can't put shit on a plate, put sugar and sprinkles on it, and then tell me that this is a meal.
Right.
Savage.
Right. That's just shit.
It's shit.
Stop. All right.
Fuck, man.
He was a real demon, man. He's a real fucking demon, man.
Yeah, it is before and after. Put that back up so I can get it.
And that's Libya.
Yeah.
Libya, yeah.
It's like it's like a paradise.
Yeah, it looked like a
palm trees, coconuts.
I was say like
water,
Miami. Look like Miami and shit.
And now it's bombed out and depleted, man.
Also,
Yeah.
Iran and Syria's like that.
Yeah, they look just as bad.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And why do they look that bad? Because of Western
that shit real.
because of
Yeah, that's what I said. It look like
Western,
Miami, man.
intervention, Western geopolitical
Like
geopolitics.
Like the one I have on the screen, the top one says Libya with Gaddafi.
And
It
Libya
looks like
with
Gaddafi
America.
shit,
Hey,
right? And you look at the one on the bottom.
got that on the bottom.
And now it's buffered, of course. See, he don't want to show his handiwork. But the one on the bottom looked like it was a fucking third world country.
Libya after America something, but I didn't get a chance to read
That's
it.
right.
Right.
See, that
You'll
was
see.
enough.
Yeah, after America was enough.
That's
Exactly.
it. That's
Then it popped up something else. Well, Esau, something else.
Elon Musk.
Okay, here we go.
Hey, move that package, Juana.
That nigga Elon Musk.
Move that
I'm mine is right here
Oh,
on
it's
the
the-
computer screen. But no, you're right. It says Libya without American democracy. See, sons of bitches. He's so
Damn!
Don't show it. Stop it. Stop it.
That shit real.
Son of a
Yeah,
That motherfucker
that's
look
enough.
Kind of like
Oh my God!
You're
You're
right,
right,
man.
back, son of a bitch.
the best city in America.
Spam them.
Libya with
Spam.
Gaddafi, Libya with America.
Spam bots.
That's all you need. Libya with America. Libya with Gaddafi, Libya with America.
There it is.
Look at that shit.
All right, now if you would, brother, go to the Bishop's room and pull up that video that's short. Because and what we're gonna do is we're gonna always revert back to the prophecies, and yes, we are. Because because the things that we're talking about are prophetic.
That's right.
That these things would happen.
That's right.
And one of the and it said that Esau would be exposed, that the least of the flock would draw them out.
That's
All
right.
right, and they are part of that exposure of Esau, Edom. And here's another thing too. When Israel goes home, there will be peace on earth. We're beyond far from that.
We'll prove he ain't the
I
people.
just digested.
So
wars no
so
more.
these people are all rallies everywhere. Everyone's afraid. What do you mean you're afraid? How can you be in you're back in the land of God?
Right.
The holy people. What are you afraid of?
I thought he said they beat their plowshare. I mean, their weapons into plowshares.
Absolutely.
And pruning hooks. I thought that's when the prophecies
When you go home.
prophesied that when the Lord comes back, there are all these other nations that are doing all these Homo sapiens and Yans. They're supposed to be beaten into pruning hooks and plowshares and into farming instruments. All right. So where the fuck are the farming instruments in?
That's it. Yeah, you like you say, you one of the biggest motherfucking welfare states on the fucking planet.
You had
Yeah, that's it.
No,
Yeah, bring
I'm
your scripture out.
I'm just saying, like, if they really the children of Israel, how can they not fasting, put a dog in their head, ripping their clothes, and call on the true name?
Hey, why is it still war?
Hashem.
Why is it still? How is it still war?
Why is it still war?
Absolutely.
Why is it still war?
Right.
Why are they not safe and alone?
Right.
It's Hashem.
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 No, so great the name. What kind of the name?
Oh, great
so,
the name.
Because who prays to the name?
Right.
That's
I got a precept to what you can say.
Bring it out,
This is
brother.
Ezekiel 38:14. Therefore, son of man, prophesy, saying to God, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, in that day when my people of Israel dwell safely, shall thou not know it. When Israel is really over there, the world is going to know, man. All right?
Ooh, he said thou, everybody gonna know. Everybody will know when the Lord establishes Israel as a praise of the earth. Every need and every fucking person and every creature will know.
Con?
Scripture say the fir tree is gonna rejoice. When Esau go down, the damn tree's gonna rejoice.
No, you're not a fella. Ain't no fellas around.
Fella came up against it.
That's right. No fella.
Was there more than that?
No, I was trying to find something Putin was saying about the whole thing, but I can't find it. Sorry.
Well, I was thinking about the scripture.
I
that
got
says,
one. And I ain't thinking about it.
Well, it says, ain't no peace unto the wicked.
Con. This is Amos just going into, because the Elder Malcolm said everything we say, is prophecy. This is Amos 1. And I'm gonna start at 9. It says, thus said Yahweh, for 3 transgressions of Tyrus, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because they delivered up the whole captivity of Edom, and remember not the brotherly covenant. I will send fire upon the wall of Tyrus, which shall devour the palaces thereof. Thus said Yahweh. So this is the Lord. Thus said Yahweh, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and these people we are talking about indeed are Edomites. No doubt about it.
Yep.
And for 4, I will turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword. All this is happening to them because of what they did to us. So all you Negroes and Spigroes in the ghetto acting crazy, crying over these fucking pale monkeys should be ashamed of yourself.
Right.
And for 4,
What's the nigga? The boxing nigga that's overrated, the undefeated.
Canelo?
Yeah. Oh, no, Mayweather talking all that shit.
Overrated?
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead.
Talking shit, praying for the Jews and shit. Look, but you don't give a fuck about niggas that's going through hell and oppressed. Meanwhile, these Jewish dudes are over there fucking these damn Palestinians up. Which fuck both sides, because that's our land anyway. That's right. But this dumb nigga up there talking about whatever he said, pray for Israel, whatever the fuck he was talking about, all these niggas.
I was just gonna say he gets paid to say this.
And
he know Israelite.
They're cool like basketball players.
Yeah, wicked as hell. What's the video? What's the monkey?
Yeah, that's the video with the chick was talking about.
Oh yeah, Kai. Yeah, they know they Israelites, but they honor that Malachite doctrine, and they know for a fact they are Israelites. It said,
and they monkeys.
But they definitely monkeys. It said they look like the Muppet babies. But I will send a fire upon Tyrus, which shall devour the palaces thereof. Thus said Yahweh, with 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword. They've been killing us for years, murdering us for years in all types of fashions. Upon the children of Israel, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, they wage biological warfare, chemical warfare, spiritual warfare, psychological warfare, physical warfare. It ain't no way this man ain't touched us, Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and then you're right, brother. And then they wage warfare on us in the media just with imagery.
Exactly.
All right. And then their books and their imagery, anything bad is gonna be dark. Anything good is gonna be pale.
Discontinued our heritage and then took it.
Go ahead, brother.
I got the 11th verse. It says, thus for 4, it said, thus said the Lord, for these 3 transgressions for Edom, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever. But I will send fire upon Teman, which shall devour the palaces of Bosra. And that's happening right now. This is the beginning of it.
Yeah. And the prophecies are showing that to be forth. Just like the prophecies let us know that the scripture says that Esau will be, that the wicked will be afraid on all sides, not Israel. So why is she afraid? Go ahead and play the video. Somebody hold Deuteronomy 33 and 28. But go ahead.
That goes to that Ezekiel if I started up. Because they've been, so far, the Israelis, they've really been at peace over there. Right after they had their little, what was the 7-year war, whatever, when they first started, 7-day war.
Yeah.
They started.
They had their foot on these people's neck ever since.
Yeah, you're surrounded by your enemy. The Lord's like, oh no, you're going to see this way. Whether this attack is real or not, there will be real ones, man. All right, that evil thought will go into the minds of Russia.
That's right.
All right, and the Ravens gonna remember themselves, man. They finna turn up on you. Ishmael is gonna turn up on you.
You see it happening here in the West.
Come on, man.
There are rallies almost every major city across the country against them.
We saw the magic carpet last night. Oh, yes, they was leaving downtown. We saw them. Yeah, marching or whatever to the Free Palestine, fucking cattle eating niggas. Right. But they coming back to it, man.
Okay.
And the world sees it. And the world sees it, man. Soon it's gonna be. I got a precept. This is back in 2. I'm gonna get to the point. Shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them? Because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood and for the violence of the land of the city, and of all that dwell therein. Soon the world is gonna officially turn on you, not geopolitically and making business deals, stroking the pen. No, it's going to get violent. Suddenly, it's going to be violent, real violence.
Nobody's gonna have no incentive.
Yeah, you Edomites that are still in South Africa. You think you're catching hell now?
Wait till
and what's going on in South Africa with the Edomites there? That's a prelude to wherever you are, because wherever you are, you're the true minority. All right, even here in America, you get you have you play with numbers and false statistics, you're the minority in America already have been for years. And so you're gonna learn that real soon. And now you done brought in all these damn
Venezuelans,
all these people, all these migrants,
right.
not only from South America, but they came in from Africa and everywhere else.
Through them,
From
through
a lot of Asians and a lot of Asians. Period. And we're talking about Asia.
Right.
And Ishmael lives in Asia too.
Right.
Right. And so does Elam and everybody else.
Yeah, that's ignorant to when you say Asian to think of just
So-called
Chinese.
Chinese.
Right.
No, because
continent
the whole continent of Asia, the land of Israel, the land of Saudi Arabia, Yemen, Turkey, Jordan, all that's Asia. That's the western part of it.
Eurasia.
Right. This whole Middle East is some bullshit that they made up, just like they made up whiteness. But go ahead and play this video. Somebody hold that Deuteronomy 33 and 28.
Palestinians about how they've been feeling about this weekend's brutal attacks by Hamas. Everyone I've spoken to says they wish the attacks didn't happen. They said that since those attacks happened, they've been staying off the streets. They've been afraid. And the reason they've been afraid is not because of potential rockets. The reason they've been afraid is because of potential violence that they might encounter on the streets from Israeli police or Israeli settlers. I'm reporting from East Jerusalem today, where I've been speaking to Palestinians about how they've been feeling about this weekend's brutal attacks by Hamas. Everyone I've spoken to says they wish the attacks didn't happen. They said that since those attacks
Right, they're fighting on that. They
happened,
they've
been staying off the streets. They've been
You know, when you
afraid.
think about it that way,
And
it still applies.
they've been afraid is not because
Because
of
there's
potential.
going to be no they really are messing with it. And he says they're afraid of the Israelis. Well, guess what? Palestinians are always afraid to come out on the streets because they're afraid of Israelis.
Right.
And you know the IDF roll up on you and you know and make them break themselves all the time.
Yeah, there's plenty of videos of them Israelis harassing,
beating them up,
those,
making them do stupid shit.
the second-rate imposters. Because at the end of the day, both of y'all are bastards on our land.
You're right.
So I don't give a fuck about them Israelis fucking Palestinians. However, them Israelis, they devils, man. All right, they really harass the motherfuckers over there and expect them not to get revenge on them, man.
Right.
What's that so-called black reporter name? And the older gentleman. And one of the things that every time I hear about Israeli conflict with the Palestinian conflict, here's I think Warren something, I forgot what his name was, but I always think about the old black reporter.
Brian Gumble.
I know it was an older one.
All right, Gumble's country ass town.
Right, but he's sitting up there and he's interviewing, an Israeli motherfucker, and he's interviewing a Palestinian motherfucker, and he the one whose land it is, and he trying to find peace between them in his land. I forgot the name of the motherfucker, but every time I think, you know what?
That sounds like an old
It
nigga.
sounds like wrestling.
Yeah.
It sounds like wrestling. I'm about to find it, but you want me to play one of the other ones?
What's that name?
There's a couple of videos. There's another one.
Never seen a pair of shoes that look quite like this.
Always gotta make some money.
Up ass.
Okay, I don't know. This is the room. I don't know if that was one of the ones. So this is a mother shit.
You looking for the bishop's room?
I'm reporting from East Jerusalem today, where I've been speaking to Palestinians.
Showing the
Israelis.
Israelis. To find the video where the Israelis are.
Yeah, I saw tons of videos and now I can't find it. It's like
All
this
the
struggle.
Israelis threatening the Palestinians.
No, the Israelis being afraid. They're all talking about how they're so scared.
But let me
They're
get-
being attacked.
let me get
Bring
the
out the
scripture.
scripture, brother.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 33, verse 28. It says, Israel then shall dwell in safety alone. The fountain of Jacob shall be upon a land of corn and wine.
Right, because I saw at least 8 videos today where Israelis in America and in the land of Israel and abroad are complaining about, being attacked by the danger, all these things going out that they're in danger and to be careful, and with their travels and stuff, and that it was like that's not fulfilling. That's complete opposite of prophecy.
With the prophecy, right?
All right, the Israelites are going to be secure wherever they are in the earth after the Israelites go home.
I got it.
I mean, the scriptures does say the world was created for our sakes. So even when we're not at home, we gonna be at fucking home.
That's right.
Right.
All right. Because when I come laying down and put boots on the ground in your town, guess what? I'm gonna sleep in the best place. I'm gonna eat the best food.
Yep.
And I'm gonna have the best women and the best everything.
That's right.
Until I leave.
Huh.
All right, as simple as that.
It says, Israel shall dwell in safety alone. The fountain of Jacob shall be upon a land of corn and wine. Also, his heaven shall drop down dew. Happy art thou, O Israel, who are like unto thee, O people saved by the Lord. The shield of thy help, who is the sword of thy excellency, and thy enemies shall be found liars unto thee, and thou shalt tread upon their high places.
That proves my point.
I just want to say real quick.
That proves my point. They're
secure.
The narrative is being attacked. That's why we can't find these videos. They're pulling them down.
Well, I got something good. That's not a Jew. It's not a Jewish person speaking, but it's gonna show why that you see all those videos saying that they're scared. It's in a bishop's room. It's a tweet. Because videos like that with all these afraid, citizens, of the state of that's not fitting the narrative that they're trying to control. All right.
I got scripture. Well, I can read it. I read it while you pull it up. This is Genesis 16, start 11. And the angel of Yahweh said unto her, Behold, thou art with child, and shall bear a son, and shall call his name Ishmael, because Yahweh hath heard thy affliction. He is a wild man. His hand will be against every man, and every man against him, and he shall dwell in the presence of all his brethren. These people are fighting among themselves and whatnot. But like I said, it's told that the people over there gonna be wild men. They gonna
stand up together, and you can see that actually happening now.
They gonna be at each other
because there's unity among the Arab nations that I've never seen in my lifetime.
The Israelis are trying to get the Egyptians, the current occupants of Egypt, to join in.
Who are also Ishmaels, and the Egyptians denied them.
Yep.
The Egyptians said no.
Right now, they playing ball because they getting your money, and the world is used. They need you because you run the fucking currency and shit. But hey, you are greatly despised, Esau, and you at the top of the totem pole, Amalek. All right, Amalek in America, y'all are together, man. Greatly despised, man. Y'all the top of Edom.
The Confederacy.
You found it. So read. Let me turn the camera. So read the top part first. No. Yeah, right there. So it says,
TikToker threatens that Jews in the U.S. are next. Since
Wow.
colonizers in all countries have every reason to be afraid because they're going to be dealt with hands on.
Right. And I had this on deck, so I wanted to touch on this and a couple of other things for some videos, man, on the topic.
That nigga neck long as fuck.
Rubberneck ass.
Trying to put the rings around it.
So yeah, this is different. You remember when 9/11 happened, the whole world instantly hated Ishmael. Instantly. No matter what, they hated him. The world bought the narrative. Right. The entire world bought it.
Wow.
Now, motherfuckers is standing up saying, no, these Jewish motherfuckers is in the wrong with this shit.
Yeah.
And now they saying
it's having a different. Wow.
Yeah, and this is another proof that there's like, man, because when we get our land back, hey, like the scripture said, a dog shall move his tongue in this nation of Israel.
That's right.
All right, that's bullshit. They ain't gonna be talking shit about us. That's right. The nation that will not serve Israel shall be destroyed.
That's right. The scripture says
we ain't gonna have no term anti-Semitism because you ain't gonna want to be against us.
There ain't no fucking such thing as a Semitism.
That's right.
All right. The man's name was Shem. You had Ham, whose descendants are Hamitic. You had Japhet, whose descendants are Japhetic, and you had Shem, whose descendants are Shemitic. There is no Sem.
That's right.
Who the fuck is Sem?
Psalms the second chapter tells you what, man. All right, we're gonna possess you. Like Revelation 2. We're gonna break you with a rod of iron. That's right. So you motherfuckers are weak. You use deceit to get the land, and now it's come back to bite your ass, man. That land is spewing is devouring you, man. You ain't heard about the land of Israel. Hey, you should have read Ezekiel 38. or Ezekiel 36. My bad, Ezekiel 36.
Okay.
That land devours men. That's why we ain't there no more.
He said that on
Now your red ass is getting put out.
And that's right. Even during the time when Shaman Nazar, when he had displaced the southern kingdom, the northern kingdom, the Lord set it up to where they couldn't even survive in our land without putting a real priest in the land, because the lions and the bees and so forth were killing them and fucking them up.
But what did they say?
Slocky, this man said, "What to do if my wife is start fusing his truth?" Fuck man, the truth ain't for her, man. You get the truth, man.
Wait a minute, how we on this topic and you
yourself,
don't
man.
ask that question?
It's all good.
That's a stupid.
Jake worries about the nigga on there. Look, get the truth for yourself, man. And fuck that bitch. This is what you do.
Hey, you got a
Don't
whole
fuck
bunch
you
of
two
other wives.
more women in your room in the house y'all share.
That's right.
If she leave, good.
Right. That's right.
I got just basically some.
Not at the same time.
Right, obviously. But two quick.
Great.
Is a simple word
You
search
talking
in the
about you talking about your wife, right? You worried about the wrong shit, man.
Right.
You don't trust and believe, man.
Yeah, you got a woman lining up for you if the Lord is with you, brother.
That's
so
right.
if she wanna stay loving on Jesus and white Jesus, let her. Don't worry about her.
Lot's wife.
My job is to serve you.
Lot's wife.
As long as you doing that,
That's already
if she ain't doing it,
Sirach 25.
that's on you.
He better be reflecting on Matthew 19, the last couple verses, man.
19 and 30.
Yeah, man.
Well, hey, Deuteronomy,
For St. Law, man. You gonna get a throne and you gonna get 100-fold.
That's right.
Hey, that same wife you cry about, she gonna turn your ass to
Turn you to Esau.
Take that chip, man.
Turn you in.
All right, the hell these hoes, man.
I got two quick definitions that just cut the present day citizens of that land, because that's what it is. If you go into a definition, it's going to give you two words. The first word I want to go into is Israeli, and this is the freedictionary.com. It says of relating to modern day Israel or its people.
Oh, excuse me, of
or relating to modern day Israel.
modern day.
Go ahead.
Or its people. It says a native or inhabitant of modern day Israel. Again, the other definition, a citizen or an inhabitant of the state of Israel, relating to the state of Israel or people.
Wait, ask you a question.
Okay.
When you put your dash and then LY, does that make it or like it?
Kind of.
Oh, so even by them saying Israeli with LI or LY makes it like it,
But not them.
it.
Right, because if you go into this word, Israelite,
Oh, so go ahead, buddy.
it says a native or inhabitant of ancient Israel.
Oh.
You know what? Can I?
A descendant of Jacob, a Jew, a member of people regarded as the chosen people of God.
Mm.
Damn.
I like it though.
Right.
It.
Right.
Can
Ancient
I
Israel.
read from this one?
Okay.
This is from the 1980 Jewish Almanac, page 3. And it says, and basically the Jews kind of admit in here that they are not the descendants of the Israelites. All right. But in a brief heading, it says, strictly speaking, and this is on page 3. It is incorrect to call an ancient Israelite a Jew, or to call a contemporary modern day Jew an Israelite or Hebrew. Or Hebrew is wrong because they really are Hebrews. They're just Hebrew Edomites. All right. So that portion is wrong when people talk, Ashkenaz. They're not of Japhet. All right. They're not Japhetic. They just took on that name to deceive people.
Definitely.
All right. There was no Ashkenaz didn't have any. This Jewish shit is made up anyway. All right. The letter J didn't even exist. That's something that they just kind of they took on the ways of our customs, and that goes all the way back to the time of John Hyrcanus. And like I love to mention, because it is so vicious, and I still don't think that people have caught on how vicious of a cut it is the fact that they write in the Assyrian script.
Right.
And you have to understand is when you do your research, which I have intently, the house of David, the house of Judah, meaning the so-called, what they call Jews, the Judeans, never wrote in the Assyrian script. They wrote in this form of
Paleo.
Hebrew, like I'm wearing on my neck right now. They wrote in this form of Hebrew. All right, they never wrote in that script that you see on my college. So the coinage from the time of the fall of Jerusalem by Titus Vespasian and Domitian, the coins that you found was this language that's on my garment. All right, you didn't see that Assyrian script. The northern kingdom, which was here in America, was in the Assyrian captivity.
Yeah, they call it biblical Hebrew.
And so they call this biblical Hebrew. And that's what the house of Judah. And so, and the reason that they used the Assyrian script was because the natives were actually writing in this when they got here to America, when they got back, when they got away from the heathens and came into a further land, which no mankind had never dwelt, which is, I'm quoting roughly 2nd Ezra, the 13th chapter, around the 40th verse. When they came here to the America, they reverted back to writing in our own language.
And you can see that in the Back Creek stone. You can see that in the relics from Puerto Rico that were found, the golden relics that were found in the riverbed. You can find it into the
Brazil,
walls,
Canada,
and the walls of the Incas in Peru, and so forth down. You can find evidence. As a matter of fact, the Los Lunas stone, you can find it in the Paleo. All right, which backs up the elder in the truth that they were not speaking in the Assyrian script. They were using the Paleo ancient Hebrew. Even you remember too when we were downtown when we were singing the Shema prayer and
the Jewish bitch.
And right, it was right, and I think he came over. He was like, he said, is that the I forgot. He says, is that the Shema prayer? And it was like, yes. It's like, yes. There's a couple of words that are a little different, but I understood it. And he was wooed because he already got to do a bunch of what perceived niggas singing the ancient Hebrew. Shema Yashara Yahweh Allah Yahweh.
Yeah.
And he was like, wow. And he was blue. His mind was blue. All right.
He's a Torah.
Man,
I was watching Skyfall, and one of the imposters was getting put to death and started saying the Shema. And I was like, and of course he said it wrong because he said it in a fraudulent language.
That's right.
And that's not talking about him.
That's right.
All right.
Got to say one thing.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, because the Ite, here's like Ite is one who's connected to.
Right. It's not them.
Right, it's not this. When they say Israeli, all right, they not connected to ancient Israel. They not descended of the seed of Jacob.
Well, you can also look at the fact that Li now is also, sounds out phonetically as lie. So
that's right, brother. Come on now.
So you could, just consider that.
Mm-hmm. All right, you want me to play this?
No, does he really speak? Well, go ahead.
He talks, but
yeah, well, it's the caption really that
what this nigga beard at?
Focusing on. All right, look, it says lives of TikTok. All right, TikTok threatens that the JEWS in the U.S. are next. Says colonizers in all countries have every reason to be afraid because they're gonna be dealt with hands on. So if that's the case, that means they're talking about all of Edom. That's all of Edom.
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk about Edom in Australia, Edom in Britain, Edom in Canada, Edom in South America, Edom in South Africa. So so it's and it's that time.
And it's so funny because
they're gonna find out that they really are the minority and the rest of the world is brown. And the world don't like them.
Well, the one Hamas leader, when he first said it, the one Hamas leader was like, all Arabs basically worldwide stand up and what the bam. After he said that, you had all through America, you had in multiple cities, you had rallies went down protesting, and then in other key cities across the planet, you have the so-called Palestinians or people supporting Palestine standing up.
And you got gang signing for Palestine.
Yeah.
Esau, I got a picture before we end it. Let me grab this, man. This is Sirach. Let me pull it up. Sirach.
Man, when you got the fruits back and you were
man,
you got
they powerful.
And the Edomites on Twitter and shit are so mad. You see if only they knew. They don't know because Islam, sodomy is against the
Yeah,
religion.
they would kill him. Yeah.
Right. But so the Edomites are now like how you standing up for them? They'll kill you. The point is, you're toast, man. Right.
House divided cannot stand.
Toast. Yeah, and the world knows it. This is Sirach 35. Yeah, Sirach 41:6.
You wrong.
Right.
You so wrong.
They may kill me, but you still wrong.
Right.
That's crazy.
That shit bugged out.
Yeah, it's Sirach 41:6. The inheritance of sinners' children shall perish, and their posterity shall have a perpetual reproach. The children will complain of an ungodly father because they shall be reproached for his sake. But now the world is seeing and speaking on the fact that you've been the devil that the Bible speaks of, man. All right, you're the people in Isaiah 14. All right, when it's talking about Lucifer. All right, because they least of Babylon are actually your Jewish people, man. All right, the Luciferians. All right, the real Lucifer. All right, the Illuminati. Your elite bankers are the Jewish. It calls Babylon what? The beauty of the Chaldees. The Chaldees are the wise men. America was one big project put together. That's why DC is shaped like it is. That's why you got the Mason compass. All right,
obelisks all over America.
Yeah,
Almost every big bridge in every major city, you got obelisks everywhere.
Yeah, this
cemeteries.
Yeah, this has been set up and established, man. So, you are the Lucifer, man. They said what? They that rule the people with a continual stroke. See, America has been the face of the company, but you've been controlled by Lucifer, man, the elites. And now is your time to go down. In America, you're gonna fall. The world is starting to hate these hook-nosed motherfuckers even more. All right, in America, you're gonna fall down with them. The least of the flock should draw them out.
That's right.
That's it.
And then the scripture says they are greatly despised.
Greatly. All right.
Not
And
a
so
little
with
bit.
that, we're gonna give all praises, all honor and glory
To Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Hashem, Rakadash, Abba,
Is it a camp in Utah?
Is there a camp in Utah?
Yeah.